Bro, AI is getting way too freaking realistic, and it is terrifying. For all you guys know, I could be AI generated. I could not be a real freaking person. So today, we are reacting to banned Sora AI videos that you can't generate anymore. Obviously, I am a real person. I'm not AI generated. I promise you guys. You would be able to tell, trust me. But soon, bro, after watching these videos, you won't be able to tell. It is getting really scary. So, on that note, let's hop right into today's video.
Taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bears offense comes onto the field first today.
Oh god, this video looks terrible.
Matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the
Oh, okay, so this first video looks somewhat scary. Great, dude, let's dig in. That is so realistic looking. Like, obviously you can tell when he leans down that it's AI generated, and it's kind of like choppy a little bit, but dude, 10 years ago, or even just a couple years ago, people would not be able to tell that this is fake. And there's like people on this planet that probably would not be able to tell that this is fake. Like older people, like my parents. That's insane.
Looking to throw, it's Robertson.
Don't trust anything you see on the internet anymore, guys.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Was that Jesus?
This receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field. It's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
What did he do, Chad?
Slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots.
You did not hurt me.
This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Guys, if you don't know what Sora AI is, it's literally just like a prompt that you type in anything, and I guess these are just videos that people generate. But these are banned videos that you can't make anymore. Sora AI, I actually have it. If you guys want an invite link, I can send it to you guys. But there's like so many filters on this Sora 2 AI videos that's like really hard to generate. And so these are ones that I guess you can't make anymore for some reason. I don't know. Can't generate Jesus?
Pocket breaking down. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection to pressure there.
That's stupid, bro. Oh my god. Yo. I wonder why you can't generate this anymore. Stingray might win. You know, you know. We got Kobe, and we got some bad person that I probably can't say. Or else the video is going to get taken down. These guys would not be friends, chat.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man.
That is scary.
All summer, that's all spring, just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down
Dude,
situations.
Sora AI is scary, bro. This is scary. He's smoking a cigarette. Most likely.
When you play at a place like Alabama, you
Never mind, that's not a
legacy,
cigarette.
the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list
Listen, I don't even hope for this. Dude, when you generate videos on Sora AI, like the voices are actually kind of realistic. Sometimes it sounds like a cartoon, but sometimes it's like actually kind of realistic. It's weird. Is that Jake Paul?
The seventh play of this opening
Dude, these are... Whoa! Holy cow. I wanted to say that Jake Paul, like, these AI-generated Jake Paul videos are, like, the videos that go really viral. I don't know why people like seeing Jake Paul AI-generated, but this one's terrifying. Bro just pulled out a gun.
that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the
Yo,
defense
what?
gave them. Nothing
That was a
downfield.
fake gun,
They were
YouTube.
hoping
Fake
maybe
gun.
he could make
Very
somebody
fake.
miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Creates a little space.
Holy. Michael Jackson. Trying some wings.
4th and short, ball right at midfield. But look, I'm going to confess, it at least crossed my mind that they might be
Guys,
trying to draw the defense.
you need to
I hear you, but you're going for this every time, right?
figure out when a video is AI generated. Like, look, you can kind of tell. It just everything like when a video is AI generated, it's just super unnatural.
In the middle, it's Wilson.
Always be on the lookout, ladies and gentlemen. Always be on the freaking lookout. You get scammed if you can't tell. Like this video is generated.
To his receiver on the outside.
If I did not know, I would not be able to tell. That is scary. See Sora right here. Luckily, when generating a video with Sora AI, you have to have like a watermark on the export it, which is a really good thing that you'll be able to
on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive
Tell me you can tell that this video is fake. Tell me, because that is scary. Look at. Okay, wait, that kind of looks. But like, if I was just scrolling on my phone, just watching videos, right, and this video popped up, I would legit think this is a real video. That's the dangerous part about this whole thing, this chat. God.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. That is a
Bro, animators are cooked. Anyone in art is cooked. Holy cow. Like, original South Park episode, that probably would have taken days. And Sora AI did it within minutes. That is terrible.
In contested situations here on 3rd down.
Yo, what? Got 2 monkeys hiding? 2 monkeys?
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field.
Bro flew. Bro flew. Where you at? Oh my god. Yo, the ref's not doing anything.
Accurate throw, and they get paid.
Dude, you can also generate like Ring doorbell videos, and they're always very realistic. Like, obviously this one wasn't because the dude just flew through the freaking door. But like, you can make really realistic Ring doorbell videos, which is kind of scary.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive.
Sonic as Jesus?
With the 7-yarder for the score.
Why is there so many Jesus ones? See, dude, oh my god. You could not tell me this is not a real video. Would y'all be able to tell? Comment down below. If this video just popped up while you were scrolling, while you were doing scrolling, brain rot, would you be able to tell that this is, obviously if this watermark wasn't, would you be able to tell that this is a fake video? Comment down below. That is scary.
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical
okay, now it looks fake.
It starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this
okay, obviously you can tell it's fake now.
To establish the run, I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second
wait, is that Noah from the Bible?
Got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on.
You'll just be generating anything.
They're going to run free.
Just be generating
They're
anything.
going to destroy your game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football.
Is that Abraham Lincoln fighting a bear? Dude, I never would have thought those words would have came out of my mouth. Who would have thought, bro? Who would have freaking thought? Wait, hold on. He's gonna win though. Come on, Abraham Lincoln. See, like, what was that? That is scary. See how he got up?
He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's
fully unnatural. Oh my God, he just
like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast.
Now they're just chilling, smoking a blunt, bro.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in.
That is messed up.
Short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit.
Helicopter and took off.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down.
Dude, AI for politics,
Looking to fire.
that is scary. That is, we are cooked. If we can generate videos that you can't tell are real, imagine what we get. Just think about that for a second. Damn, bro's hitting it. He's kind of hitting that.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Oh.
Fake on 1st down to throw.
What?
Grabbed over the middle.
Yo, we got a Cybertruck? Dude, the Cybertruck already looks like this. Elon Musk definitely just AI did. Alright, let's produce it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are...
See, like, again, wouldn't be able to tell this is AI generated if I didn't know it was AI. If it didn't have this watermark, I literally would not know.
Man, it's your job
Like, that
to
is
do the rest,
really
right?
realistic
You hit me
looking.
in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection
Bro,
between quarterback,
I can't do it.
wide
I think
receiver,
we are
you can
cooked,
tell
Jack.
This is
I
a
think
good
we
one,
are
and
cooked.
that's why they got 6 on that play.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I could not speak out all this video. I don't know why. Dude, my words are just not coming out right. But we gotta keep going. Gotta keep posting. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about AI, because I'm looking terrible. I'm gonna have to start generating my videos. I'm gonna have to become AI if I want to freaking make it or something like that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Quickly complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
The give out of the gun. Across the 30, out to the 33, engage 4 on the play.
If I laugh, the video ends. Pretty straightforward, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. If I laugh, the video completely ends. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to think about.
Got it in the middle. It's
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Hunt is in the air. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some...
Turning it on! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bernard. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got room to work. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, going RPO on that second down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up third and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now. He takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this third down because of the quarterback's decision.
Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Prentice. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting a big TFL.
And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. First part was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Simpson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Keeps it on the draw. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausted.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
If I laugh, the video ends. As simple as that. Let's hop right into it. This video is by Moment, something like that. They'll subscribe, do all that. But Don't look at how long this video is because that'll spoil the whole thing. And let's hop right into it.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown,
Alright, this should be pretty easy. I will smile. I'm just not going to laugh. And when I do, boom, cut, video done. So, let's see here. Ooh. Ouch.
Lining up to tack one.
Where did that even come from? Where did that even come from? Yo, I gotta rewind this real quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A 70-yard touchdown drive.
Who threw that?
And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Somebody over here. Bro, first of all, why is everybody dressed exactly the same? Look. Holy NPCs, chat. Holy NPCs. Everyone's just wearing black or gray. That is insane. And then somebody just threw a freaking trash can for this guy. Shot though.
This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
It's not even fun. That's not even fun. I'm not even gonna get it. I'm not even gonna let it have a little together. By the way, this goes for you guys too. If you laugh, you have to restart the whole thing. Alright? You gotta restart the whole thing. If I laugh, the video ends.
This game is entirely different.
Bro, two dudes just pissed on this game. That was insane. That was actually insane.
They've got very little to show for it.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to
can you imagine if that was like actually important?
Use his athleticism, use his speed.
Like it was Bills with K, I do credit hard. Yo, dumbass little rat. Eats it. I would actually be pissed. I wouldn't be giggling. I would be pissed.
We're still in the first half. He's got a sack.
He's
got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Dude, this is actually so hard to not. This is actually way harder than I thought. Alright guys, this is way harder. Comment down below if you've already laughed.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you
Wait, was the cup shaped like that? Is that what you did that face?
Tackling the catch,
yeah. Now you just look stupid. That's how I'm playing you so stupid.
Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air on fourth down.
This guy's built like a gorilla.
Nice move, create some space.
This guy's ancestors were definitely monkeys, bro. Freak.
Here comes that Alabama offense.
Guys, what do you think is going to happen in this one? What do you think could be that funny that it's in this video?
Yeah, and how about that?
You think he's going to hit really hard and like friggin' win? You think he's going to miss and just destroy his hand? Comment down below, A or
The
B.
transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been
Definitely
fascinating, from the dreaded game
God.
manager label to
God,
playmaker.
bro.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive.
That dude actually,
going
like,
to score points.
That dude actually punched it really.
And as he throws, just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants and will finally get into the QB. Finally getting some pressure.
I was not allowed.
Finally getting a big hit on him.
Just trying to lock in.
Down the road.
Neat. That's it.
So now it's second and long.
This would definitely go viral.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson.
Nick.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Boy, guys, they got off to
I wonder what's about to
start.
happen.
That big first play on this drive, but
I
now
actually-
a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
I did not expect that. I really thought that like the tree was just about to dump a whole bunch of snow on bro for his girl, but not. He
And
just
that ball was in harm's way, and he
Karate
is
kicked
lucky
his
to get
girlfriend.
that one back.
probably broke
Well, you
both
see him there
legs.
taking the shot. I think the thought
Now they're
process
gonna be
is
heading to the
look, we've
hospital.
had so
Look at
much
this.
success early in this
Look at
game.
this. I really thought he was
running
gonna
the
like a
football.
bunch of snow
Let's
was
see
gonna
if
fall
we
on
can now
him and he
take
was gonna be like
advantage of the
super funny,
defense
but
throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside,
Right.
we have got
Anyways.
to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes
just
on.
means he's Rizzy.
Looking downfield on first down.
Nah,
Got
that's
a
mad
man,
embarrassing.
Prentice.
Honestly, valid
Good
response to
pick
just
up,
scoring.
a little bit short of the
That was
sticks.
so embarrassing. I would probably be
And these
insane.
quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing
I wonder
that
what's
ball
about to
that
happen, chat.
outside like that.
I wonder
Those
what's about to
corners
happen.
are
This
sitting
guy's
on
gonna
the
try and
inside.
attempt a
The
video
worst
like
thing
this on
that
and
can happen is to
absolutely
miss
fail and
inside
freaking
and
fall
that
in no
quarterback
water
go
and
the other direction.
knock it all over and be drenched. It's probably gonna be really painful.
Second down, they'll
But
go
I'm not
to
gonna
the
lie.
air. Got the big tight end on the corner route.
Can't be sure about you guys.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems.
I
No
was gonna
matter
say,
how
why
you
is that
try to
toddler
defend.
How about the
faked up?
catch radius on him, too?
That
So
was
as a
not a
quarterback,
top.
you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The play action fake. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why often...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of the bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Trying to punch it in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Crimson Tide been deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
The give is to Miller. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it! He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. scored right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up.
The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Bringing the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. Miller with the ball. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got third and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Cameron. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Jukes his way for more. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give on the option. Turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Spins away from one. Wide open spaces. Touchdown time. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
You know where the other one is? Against him.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. Throws for the tight end.
That's fast.
Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Bears have this offense rolling. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cameron. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prentice. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The inside handoff. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Robertson. Plucks it out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Baylor! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Got room at the 35. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Got him downfield. Knocked off his feet.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Man, let's not make football hard. Quarterback sneak has worked, and it continues to work. Keep using it until they stop it on those short yardage plays.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we've got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Makes the grab. It's Prentice. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Prentice. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Prentice. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to pass, it's Robertson. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do I do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
On the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. play fake on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. Working the big fella downfield and outside. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simpson. Under fire. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a cat and mouse game there. Nice job by the defense dialing up the perfect coverage, taking all the downfield throws away on 3rd and long in the red zone. So nice job by the QB. You got to throw that one away. You just got to eat it. And now you have an opportunity still at a field goal.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. it's Robertson. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Gets it past the marker. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Handoff from the gun. Finds some fresh air. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open. Man zone, I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
And the ball is free on the pitch.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Grabs a screen around all kinds of defenders. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows. He's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Simpson. Under fire. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Connection to the right. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Prentice. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes. He's fast. He's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
It's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the...
Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the 2 here to make it a one-possession game. Pushes ahead. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Always got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And is slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Robertson. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
Got his man downfield. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.
Bye.